Chapter 3: Infiltrate the base. Kit reached into his pocket and carefully he pulled out a strange pair of goggles. "I found them in the deserted city," he whispered. Even in the fading light, they could see at once what made the goggles so unusual. The glass lenses were a deep red colour. Kit tugged the goggles over his head and settled them on his eyes. He looked like some strange form of insect. He stood up and gazed ahead of him at the rocky terrain between him and the tower. Izzy gasped as she saw him weave a pathway between the rocks. The goggles were helping him see in the dark. Kit scampered back to join them, breathless with excitement. The thought of outwitting the dark spies by racing them to the tower had really lifted his mood. "Follow me closely, Izzy," he said. "If we stick together, we'll avoid any problems." They set off across the rocky plain. Even with the goggles, it was a long, difficult journey in the dark. Gradually, they drew nearer and nearer to the menacing-looking tower. Suddenly, they were startled by the sound of angry voices very close at hand. The dark spies had stopped moving. The dark spies had set up camp for the night in a sandy hollow surrounded by tall rocks. Kit tugged on Izzy's arm, pulling her back into the shadows. The sprawling camp completely blocked their route. There was no other option but to wait until the dark spies started moving again. "Another obstruction," hissed Kit in frustration. "We're losing time. We need to be ahead of the dark spies, not behind them." Finn was distracted by a shadowy movement behind them. A soft thud confirmed his suspicions. Something heavy had just landed silently, very close to them. "Stay close," he whispered to Izzy. "Something is wrong here." The shadows behind Finn rippled again, and something stepped out in front of them. Izzy gave a gasp of delight. It was Griffin! The Griffin spoke quickly in a hushed tone. "The Guardians are gathering. They are close to the tower and ready for the final battle," he said. "We're ready to help," said Kit. "The sorcerer has stolen 3 artifacts from the Guardians," the Griffin reminded them. Kit's eyes lit up immediately. "Tell us more," he said quickly. "He has stolen Rapholia's cloak of vines, the Quadrator's bow of light, and the merman's silver shield," said the Griffin. "These 3 things have great powers. Can you help us retrieve them?" Kit already had a plan. He clambered onto the Griffin's back. "Climb aboard," he urged the others. "We need to get to the tower. We can't walk through the spies' camp, but with your help, Griffin, we can fly over it."